Extract 2. Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Date 1800s. The journey continues eastward. The bitter cold has meant that I have spent most of my time in the carriage wrapped in blankets. Our guides and translator have been vital in assisting us on this arduous expedition, and many hours have passed talking to our translator, William. He shares his name with my younger brother, and I find this connects us with a special bond. A strange event has occurred that lets me know the direction of our course is correct, and brings both joy and misery to my heart. It brings to mind a curious story I read soon after my own cursed adventures finished all those years ago. The story told of the crew of a ship that was engaged in exploration to the Northern Pole. The ship never returned, and the crew were assumed lost in the barren, frozen landscape. The article told of the distress of the sister of the expedition's leader, one Robert Walton, and how she wished he had never gone on such an adventure. What has brought this to my memory is a tale I heard in a guest house in which we stayed. The barkeep pointed out a rugged-looking chap and told us to listen close. The man told of a legend of the ship of Robert Walton. He said he came across a man who told him he had seen the ship frozen in the wasteland far to the north, and on exploration there was not a soul on board. But what was even stranger was the blood-stained giant footprint they had found on the ship, frozen into the wood. When I heard this, I had to use all my strength to control my wits, and I think Vincent may have suspected something, for he looked at me with worry. I dismissed my concern as excitement on hearing such a tale. I turned to the barkeep and inquired about this tale, and he laughed. He told us that this man loved to give his tales to visitors, and that such stories could be heard at any guest house for many miles eastward. Something to keep people entertained, he said. I now have some evidence and sense that this long and tiresome journey is not a vain pursuit of an old man desperate to atone for his mistakes. This trip eastward through Russia has been of worth. Extract 3. Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Date 1800s. We have had a bitter journey by sea. We left mainland Russia and are now on the American continent, not too far from our destination. I reflected many times on all the stories we have heard along the way of the mysterious giants and monsters that have stolen livestock or would take children in the night. On arriving here, we purchased rifles that I pray will be enough to stop my hideous monsters. I have told the group that the weapons are for hunting animals.